self-publishing versus traditional.
If you have a platform, if you have a big audience, that's all they care about. Publishers don't care about how good your idea is. Everybody thinks, oh my God, I got this clever idea. Wait till I tell this to a publisher. They're going to go, okay, how big is your email list? How many social media followers? That's all they care about. It's a business, right? Which fair enough. So yeah, if you don't have a platform, then I believe, I would always recommend self-publishing, and then do what I did, which is if you want to just use the book and you don't want to reach millions of people, you just want to use it as a brochure for your business, which it's one of the best brochures for a business.
People do too.
Then I would self-publish. And then you have the other benefit of self-publishing is that you have control over the content forever. So I've gone in and number one, I've made the content better. I've read 1-star reviews on the book and I go, oh, they're right. This part was cheesy, or I was out of line there. And I go in, I edit it, upload a new version. The next day, it's a new book. But also, when we put on our live events, I go, oh, we got to have a flyer at the back of the book. I got a movie coming out. That's going in the back of the book, right? We have an app come out. I'm going to insert that throughout the book, which I just did a couple. So I've updated it like 7 times. And then the other piece, you mentioned, I had a traditional publisher come back.
Hold on, I want to get there because I think I know where you're going with that. But the first is you addressed the self-publishing the original book, and then you had this derivative, which was foreign markets, right? So you got to self-publish, but then you got traditional publishers to handle all foreign markets. And that's something that I know people don't think about or haven't. And I think you probably need some traction domestically before you could do that. But I think that that's just fascinating in general to think about that. And the one thing that jumped out right now that I think is contrary to most people's current narrative is if you don't have an audience, that's specifically why you should self-publish. Right? And I think most people think the opposite. They think I don't have an audience, so I need to get a publisher in order to go get traction. But the reality is that a publisher does it and they still don't do shit to promote your book.
They don't. I signed with Penguin Random House and was able to command an advance that made it worth it for me to give it a shot, And I went into it going, this may be great and I might do all my books traditional, or I may never do it again. But the advance is worth me trying this out. The publisher was great. They got me on the Today Show, but here's the thing. Tim Ferriss, I think, was the one that said this, that he's done tons of traditional television shows. And I think he used the Today Show as an example, and it did not move the needle on book sales.
Right.
And that's what I found to be the case too. It doesn't move the needle on book sales. My theory on why that is because people that watch TV don't necessarily read books. They watch TV. But if you're listening to a podcast or you're reading a blog, then by definition, you are seeking out some form of personal or professional development and are a target market for a book. But yeah, I found, so the Today Show was great. Cool clip for the website, but it didn't really move the needle. Yeah,
so I'm very much with you on that. The credibility behind that is significant, right? If somebody sees that as seen on the Today Show element or sees a clip of it, that adds credibility for sure.